Hi, this is Stan Bush.
Hi, this is Stephanie Calvert.
This is John Payne.
This is Jack Hughes.
Hey everybody, this is Prescott Niles.
Hi, I'm Carrie Stevens.
Hello, I'm Kofi Baker.
And you're listening to Play That Rock and Roll.
You were on Heavy Metal Day along with Quiet Riot, Motley Crue, Ozzy, Judas Priest, Scorpions, and the Mighty Van Halen. Can you share some of your memories of that day? And what would you say the vibe was when you're on a lineup like that and such a big audience? Is there like a competitive kind of vibe, or is it a party atmosphere, or what do you remember?
Well, I'm going to give you context. Okay. First of all, that summer we played a lot of outdoor stadium shows where we were up the bill. We were actually kind of making a lot of money. And the night before we played the US Festival, we played in, I think it was Orlando, on a ZZ Top outdoor show. And we did the Rose Bowl up from Journey. Journey played a bunch of outdoor shows up in the stadiums up the West Coast. And I played the Texas World Music Festival with Sammy Hagar and Ted Nugent, and Styx was the headliner, and we did Dallas and Houston back to back.
Was that when they were doing the Mr. Roboto Kilroy was here thing? Oh boy,
exactly. And in truth, so on that day, you'd had Ted, Triumph, Sammy. And then Tommy Shaw of Styx said to Dennis, "We can't go out there and do this Roboto thing. Like, please don't. Let's play the heavy stuff. Let's do Blue Collar Man." And Dennis was going, "No, we're doing the Broadway thing." So the audience was just walking out of the stadiums in droves once Styx went on. And I think it made Tommy literally sort of throw his guitar down on the stage and quit the band. And if I think the second night, anyways, so that's the context. We were already doing these things. So, and the night before we fly in, we catch a nap. You get up, you have something to eat, you get in an air helicopter and you fly over to the US Festival. And you're flying over all these people and going, what the hell is this? I had no idea it was going to be like this. You did know there were going to be all these bands during the day, but we were playing in the daylight. Now, if you play outdoor shows, if you're playing in the afternoon in the daylight, just get out there, hammer, none of our lights, none of our effects, nothing. You just play your songs and get the hell out, And your intro to this, you said the Mighty Van Halen. You could have said that about any of those bands at that time. The Mighty, Judas Priest, the Mighty Motley Crue. They were all big, and they were all big in their own way. Some of them were bigger on the West Coast than other guys,
Well, some were just starting out. That's what's interesting. Motley Crue only had a 1 or 2 records at that point.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I know.
I get your point. Yep.
Still, for a day like that, those were the right. Triumph. What was Triumph doing here? They were the outlier, and the outlier was that Steve Wozniak liked us, and it was his money.
Right.
He's the one that was throwing this festival thing. There was a country day. There was a new age day or new wave day or whatever, and But Steve liked hard rock music too, or somebody talked him into it. Who knows? But he liked Triumph songs. He liked that sort of positive, hey, hold on to your dreams, the magic power of the music. He totally dug it, So we were kind of his band. So we kind of had, it wasn't cockiness, but there was I don't know if you've seen the thing, but he literally introduced us. Gil walks him out to the front of the stage. And Wozniak picks up a mic and goes, "Oh, we love him. We love him too. Please welcome Triumph." He's not very good at being an MC, but it was the first time he'd ever done it, And it's that was pretty cool. The guys whose money was paying for all of this was going to be our MC and introduce us. So we were kind of yeah. And then finally, I'll say this, I happened to have a good day. Some days, some shows not so good, but that day I was kind of on. I liked the sound of the amp, the rented Marshall I had. My guitar sounded really good in the monitors and stuff. I was going, okay, I'm ready to, hammer it. And I sang pretty good that day. And of course, there were cameras. And so the legacy of the US Festival was kind of Triumph's to claim, because we said to Wozniak and everybody, hey, can we have the footage and make our own like DVD out of it? Oh yeah, sure. You go ahead. And all the other acts were kind of going, no, we don't want that stuff. We're trying to bury that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, is because like a lot of bands did not bring their A game to that event. I mean, I know that like I love Van Halen, but Diamond Dave was obliterated during his set. So
Indeed.
Here's a question. I know that day was like, that whole weekend was like insanely hot. Do you remember it being brutally hot, and how did you just deal with the heat?
It wasn't just hot. It was also that so many people, the vegetation, such as it was, the scrub of the desert had been, now it was just nothing but dust. Oof. And so if the wind blew, if the people were moving anywhere, up came the particulate, and it was in the air. Never mind that. How much grass and hash was being smoked. There was that particulate in the air. And so you ran up and down the stage a couple of times, and you felt like, oh, like you know, like I'm in a Hopi smoke teepee here. Like, this is crazy. It was really hard to catch your breath. Yeah. And it was hard. And I think that it was also the Santa Ana winds had kind of come along and been blowing all of this stuff into the venue itself was sort of surrounded by hills and mountains. So it was all getting trapped in this little bowl of a place where it wasn't so little. It was holding anywhere from 250 to 400,000 people, depending on how much dope you'd smoked to do your eyeball.
Right, might be seeing doubles.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and of course it's the heavy metal day, so there's going to be some hype going on from many camps, you know.